Hello and welcome. This is Pizza the Rashid here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with if, and else statements in C Sharp. Please open up this URL. Whatever code examples I use in this video are written step by step here. Code examples have a link to quickly test it. And see the results in an online editor without writing a single word. I will also leave all the links at the end and in the description of this video. Let's get started. If statement is one of the most commonly used control flow statement in C Sharp. When you only need to execute code for a true condition, use if statement. This is the basic syntax. You have if keyword, then a condition or set of conditions in parentheses. With if statement, you can tell the computer to make a choice by evaluating a Boolean logical expression called condition that evaluates to either true or false. Actually, it allows you to tell the computer whether to run these statements inside the block based on the provided conditions. Each condition can be independent of the others and can include any of the comparison or logical operators. Curly brackets are optional here. You can remove these because there is only one statement to execute, like this. If there is more than one statement, then brackets would be required. Now you can code any number of statements between these braces. With braces, it's easy to identify statements for each class and even easier to add more statements later during development. If a statement can be extended by any number of else if clauses if you want to test more conditions. The else if statement follows directly after if statement to let you use multiple conditions this way. Each additional condition will only evaluate if all the previous conditions are false. Of course, you can use multiple conditions by adding more else if clauses like this. Finally, you can use else statement at the end to execute some code if none of the above conditions are true. Another common arrangement is to have multiple if statements, one inside another to test multiple conditions. This is called nesting. Nesting helps you create complex programs that rely on chained conditions. Actually, there is no limit on the use of nesting that can be achieved with these structures. I am using this online editor for the demo. Let me quickly code if statement, then I explain. I have declared and initialized a number variable with the value 8. Then there is if statement followed by an expression, or you can say condition, with one statement to execute in the body if a condition is true. Click run. This expression is true because 8 is greater than 7. In this case, the statement inside the body of the if block executes. This will print out this sentence from this line of code. 8 brackets if you got multiple statements to execute like this. Click run. I have introduced another condition using else clause like this. And of course, if I change the value of a number variable to 6, what happens here? If this expression is true, then this block of code executes. Otherwise, this will execute. Click run. If the expression is evaluated to false because 6 is less than 7, in this case, the code inside else block executes instead of if block. Here is the output. Let's see another example. Here, I have declared a string variable gender and assigned a value of female to it. Then I have used if, and else clauses. If this condition is true, everything inside the pair of curly braces will execute, and the rest of if statement will be skipped. So the order of tasks is important if you are using if construct. Finally, if none of the above condition is true, then the else statement will execute by default. Let's run the code. The first condition is false because gender is female. Then it's gonna jump to next condition. And if it's true, the body of else if block will execute. As you can see the result here. What if I set gender to something unknown? Click run. You can see all the previous conditions are false. Then the else statement will execute by default if there is one. Now you can also have nested if statement. Let me show you what I mean here. I have defined another integer variable age with the value 18. Then used multiple if statements, one inside another. This is nesting. Let's execute the code. The condition is true because gender is male. Then the body of if block will execute, which will print out this message. Once it reaches this statement, the expression is evaluated to true because 18 is greater than or equal to 18. It's going to print out this message. You can see the result here. If I change 18 to 17, then this condition is false, which will execute the else block. See the result here.